You know, we've been talking about various Toronto Maple Leaf players and prospects that got away from the franchise. Now, this guy could have been protected by the Leafs in a intra-league draft, but for whatever reason, once they got him, they let him go. I don't know if it was a mistake or just a failure to communicate if they wanted to keep him. But this guy played for so many good teams and so many good co-teammates or teammates. He is kind of forgotten in NHL history because he was considered the best number 4 defenseman on these teams. So we're going to talk about the interesting career and the lives of Pat Stapleton. Now, the man he called Whitey because of his big, bushy hair, which was kind of a mainstay for 1970s hockey for many people, was born in Sarnia, Ontario on July 4th, 1940. Now, not the biggest defenseman on the ice, 5'8", 180. He played 15 seasons in the NHL, in the WHA, most notably for the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, he was the father of the great Mike Stapleton, who had a lengthy career in the NHL as well. Now, he first came to major prominence playing with the Sarnia Legionnaires of the WOJHL with 45 points in 48 games. Now, that junior B team was one of the best of its era, and after that he also spent 2 seasons with the St. Catharines Teepees of the OHA, winning the Memorial Cup in 1960. Now, when the Legionnaires won 2 Western Junior B championships and 1 Sutherland Cup as an All-Ontario champion, he eventually led his team in scoring during his second campaign with the squad. Now, his first full season was with the Seoul Thunderbirds of the Eastern Professional Hockey League in 1961. Stapleton had signed with the Blackhawks, but was later claimed by the Bruins in the intra-league draft in June 1961. And he began his NHL career with the Bruins in the 62 season. The next year, he split his team between the Bruins and their EPHL affiliate, the Kingston Frontenacs. 2 years after that, he was completely in the minors, playing with the Portland Buckaroos of the Western Hockey League, and he also received the Hal LaJoyce Cup as the WHL's top defenseman for the 64-65 season. Again, he was a combination rear guard, good on defense, good on offense, above average for points, but very mobile. And a lot of people believe he was going to end up having a major role with some original 6 squad. Now, this is what happened. Stapleton was briefly the property of the Maple Leafs in June 1965 as part of a trade with the Bruins, but for some reason he was left unprotected in the intra-league draft and was then claimed the next day by his original team, the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, wearing number 7, he played some games with the Hawks Central Hockey League affiliate, the St. Louis Braves, and in 1966, it would be his final minor league games of his career. Now, Stapleton remained in the NHL for 8 seasons with the Hawks and was named second-team All-Star 3 times, 66, 71, and 72, behind mostly Montreal Canadiens and Bobby Orr. Now, Stapleton played with the Blackhawks in the Stanley Cup Finals in 71-73, and many people believe their success in the playoffs were due mostly to him and, of course, Tony Esposito and Bobby Hull. His highest scoring season was 69, where he had 50 assists, which was then a record for a defenseman, which was broken the next year by, of all people, of course, Bobby Orr. Now, he came into major international prominence in 1972 as the kind of veteran quarterback of Team Canada at the Summit Series against the Russians. Now, during the tournament, he was a +6 and was often paired with his Blackhawks teammate Bill White. And in my opinion, their defensive pairing was the strongest for Team Canada there because some of the Montreal Canadiens and other defensemen were having trouble with the big ice surface where Chicago defensemen were used to that with the Chicago Stadium. Now, it is believed that Stapleton is the owner of the puck used by Paul Henderson to score the series-winning goal. Stapleton himself admits that he doesn't know which one of the hundreds of pucks he owns is that game-winning one, though it is in his possession. Now, in 1973, Stapleton jumped from the NHL and signed a 5-year deal with the Chicago Cougars of the WHA, where he became player-coach, replacing Marcel Pronovo. He, in the WHA, was a first-team All-Star in 1974 and won the Dennis A. Murphy Trophy as the league's top defenseman that campaign. Now in a deja vu all over again, Stapleton again represented Canada in the 74 Summit Series against a national team from the USSR, this time as team captain, recording 3 assists in 8 games. He again was player coach of the Cougars in 74-75, and the team struggled on the ice and financially. In December of 74, he and teammates Dave Dryden and Ralph Backstrom bought the troubled franchise. At the time, Stapleton also owned 2 small arenas in the Chicago area along with other business interests. Now, when the Cougars folded after the 75 season, Stapleton was claimed by the Racers, where he played in Indianapolis for 2 campaigns, was named a second-team All-Star in 76. Now, when the Racers refused to honor his contract in 77, Stapleton was transferred to the Stingers, where he played 1 season before retiring in 78. Now, over his career, Stapleton had 337 points in the NHL and 239 in the WHA. Now, before his passing, Stapleton lived in Strathroy, Ontario, as a member of the advisory board for the community's Junior P Rockets of the Western Ontario Junior Hockey League. He was a Strathroy and District Hockey Association representative and had an award named after him. Now, in 2008, Stapleton brought the puck that Paul Anderson fired in the net to win the 72 Summit Series with the Russians to a Sarnia Legionnaires game. He dropped it in a ceremonial face-off being held to honor Legionnaire founder Tommy Norris. He told the Sarnia Observer that he had the puck in his stick when the buzzer sounded to end the series. He was about to shoot it down the ice when he suddenly paused and picked it up. In May 2010, Stapleton told the Toronto Sun that he would hang on to the puck at least till its 40th anniversary of the Summit Series in 2012. Now, before his passing, he received many honors. In 2005, he was inducted into Canada Sports Hall of Fame as a member of Team Canada 72. In 2010, he was also elected as an inaugural inductee in the WHA Hall of Fame. Now, playoff totals, WHA, 23 points in 28 games, 2 goals. Playoff totals, 49 points in 65 games, including 10 goals. So combination WHA and NHL over 1,000 regular season games and 93 in the playoffs. Again, as a coaching record, he was the player coach for Chicago those 2 years. 74, he lost in the AFCO finals. We did a previous podcast on that, the machinations. 75, they missed the playoffs. And when Indy, the team folded when he was player coach. So, very interesting career. Coach, organizer, national pride, strong, very intelligent guy. You could ask Pat Stapleton one question as a media member and he would have 15-minute story and not be bored. If you look at the tapes of the documentaries of Summit Series 72, his comments are very interesting because Pat wasn't a rough or angry guy, but Esposito and Parisi and the rest of the Team Canada members lost their mind in Summit Series, but he said in published reports, we had a job to do and we had to do it in Russia. We thought we were going to do it at home, but we weren't in shape, and by the time we got to Russia, we had to put up and shut up. And Ken Dryden also said about Stapleton once, to be that underrated, you got to be that good. And I agree with that. So that's just the story of many lives of Pat Stapleton. Thanks for listening. Please give us a like, comment, or subscribe. And if you like the channel, tell your friends. But if you don't like it, keep it yourself. Have a good day. Bye.